Hi, my name is Jose Bonilla, and my goal is simple, to be the talent in your work. Now, I know that in this business, the employer doesn't just hire the person that wants it the most. If the talent truly wants to be successful, they need to show how good they can be on screen. I believe I can show you how interested I am in being part of this. I have been acting since I was in high school. I am bilingual, so I definitely wouldn't mind speaking Spanish, si es necesario, if it's necessary. I'm hardworking. In fact, I was able to receive my college diploma a year earlier than the average student due to the fact that I'm great at managing my time wisely. I will sacrifice anything and everything to be where I want to be, and what I want to do is perform. I spend most of my free time learning as much as I can all about the talent in the current media, which have become my personal inspiration to work on screen. Oh, I bet you're wondering what I'm doing here, right? Well, I could literally be doing anything thanks to the new Apple iPad. A good education is priceless. A good job is what every American strives to have nowadays. If you want to have either one, you will definitely need to have the new Apple iPad. You could work, have fun, communicate, basically do everything you need to do to keep up with the times. So if you want to be proactive, work in an efficient manner, and just overall be smart, get the one and only Apple iPad, found at your local Apple stores. Thank you. A man who was pinned by his overturned tractor and losing breath with each scream says he was saved by his two teenage daughters who found the strength to lift a 1.5-ton machine. Jeff Smith of Lebanon, Oregon was trying to pull a stump out of his garden last Monday when his muddy boots slipped off the clutch. The tractor flipped and the steering wheel pinned his chest to the ground. The daughters, 16-year-old Hannah and 14-year-old Haley, heard him screaming and ran to help. They reportedly lifted the tractor enough to free his torso and free him and gave him room to breathe. A miracle indeed. In other news, the death of Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher has sent the 74-year-old song Ding Dong the Witch is Dead flying into the UK charts, figures showed this Wednesday. The song from the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz was at the top of Amazon's most downloaded charts on Wednesday after a social media campaign promoted the upbeat track as a way for detractors to celebrate the death of Britain's most divisive post-war leader. I'm Jose. Have a great day. The United States Senate has rejected the latest gun control bill. The bill would have expanded background checks on anyone trying to own a gun. Clearly, Obama was not happy with the results, stating that it was a shameful day in Washington. Lawmakers in Washington voted 54 to 46 in favor of the bill, but the measure needed 60 yes votes for it to pass. The U.S. Senate also voted 46 to 54 to defeat an amendment to limit the size of ammunition magazines. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Jose. Good night. Hi, my name is Jose, and this is my guest, Nick Hansen. He's a writer for what station?
Cron 4 News.
Cron 4 News? Okay. I want to ask, can you tell us what you do there?
Well, pretty much I get there at like 3 o'clock every afternoon, and then there's a series of producers for each show, and they'll all have like random assignments for me. Some producers will be like, can you write these 10 stories? Some producers will be like, can you make this package right here? A VOSOT, which is just talking over tape, and then a soundbite, and then that's pretty much what I get assigned to do by each of the producers, and then I just work my way through each show, and there's a 5 o'clock, a 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and a half-hour show at 11, and I pretty much just write for each of those shows and put in the video, and that's essentially what I do on a normal day.
How many days do you work per week?
I was working like 4 to 5, and then I asked them to tone it down to like 3 days because it's kind of hard to work and go to school at the same time.
Yeah, how is that, balancing that out?
At the beginning of last semester, it was really tough because I was just starting there, and I was just trying to work a bunch, because I was like, well, this is work, it's more important than school, even though like it's probably not, but it's you get the paycheck and you feel like I should not like slack off at work.
I'm contributing.
Yeah, so it's like I'm doing a job, I have to do it well. So I was more worried about it in the beginning of the semester, and then I started realizing that I need to concentrate on my schoolwork, so I kind of toned down work and focus more on school.
Is it fun working at Cron?
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it can be fun, when there's not really I hate to say it, when there's not much going on and it's kind of like a slow news day, everybody kind of relaxes more and they can talk more and joke around. But when it's like a hectic news day and something bad happens and there's just like a bunch of information coming in really fast and people are just going as fast as they can, turning information, it can be a little hectic and stressful, but that's like most jobs.
I wanted to ask you about the station and what happened during the Boston shootings, because I know that every news station must have been really busy during that time because everybody wanted to capture the news first. Everybody wanted to know what was happening.
Yeah, exactly.
How did Cron take it? Yeah.
Well, Cron is, I don't know if you know this, but I'm going to let you into a little secret. Cron's like the lowest of the low news stations around here. It used to be affiliated with NBC, but it lost its affiliate a while back. So now it's not really like the top flight news station, so they rely heavily on CNN. They have this thing where they have a partnership with CNN where it allows them to get video through there. Sometimes CNN will call us and be like, hey, did you get video of those like naked people protesting at San Francisco? And we'll be like, yeah, and they'll be like, send it over so other stations that are in the similar boat can use it. So on the day the Boston bombings actually happened, I think that my station, I wasn't there. I think they just ran CNN, just straight whatever was feeding off of CNN. So like, I don't know, like Don Lemon, Wolf Blitzer, whoever was there and doing stuff, that was pretty much what was running on our channel. But on days like that, it's really important where there's a lot of crazy things happening. I don't know if you know this, noticed when it happened that there was like a lot of reports coming out like, oh, there's 30 people dead, there's 2 people dead. It's like you have to kind of weed your way through the misinformation and find the real stuff, because it's really important to stations and their credibility to get exactly the right information out as fast as possible. That's why we could know something maybe an hour before we say it, but we won't say it because we need to make sure that it's correct.
Oh, really?
You have to like back up your sources. You have to get them from credible places. You can't just be like, well, ABC News says that they caught the guy, so they caught the guy.
But well, since you guys got your news, or you guys put CNN as your station to talk about, you guys got everything firsthand, or were you guys one of the last ones to get the news?
Well, I mean, CNN was on scene, so they had people that were there actually doing things. They had a reporter that was just standing in front of a bunch of emergency vehicles, and every like half hour she would do like a hit, just like, here's the latest on whatever's going on. But then after a little while, we kind of just went back into our programming, developed our own stuff for it, used their video and our reporters and what we gathered to kind of relate the news, because we're the Bay Area's news team, so we kind of relate things more to local angle. That's why you probably heard a lot about Aaron Hearn, who was the Martinez boy who was injured in the thing. That's a really big focus for a lot of stations around here, because it's hard to relate things that happen nationally and internationally to the people of the Bay Area, even though you think they may be interested.
All right, well, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
My name's Jose. This is Nick. Good night.